should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. Now here's Dort. Back to Holmgren. And it's Hartenstein. That time on the assist by Holmgren.
Don't judge Holmgren by his size. He does have a passing skill set, finding shooters and getting them the ball.
Pass to Doncic. Fires from deep. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
About a minute into this first quarter. Hartenstein with a screen on James. Williams' shot is good.
And the vision is far past his years. Williams with great decision-making.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the Thunder, another 3!
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Hachimura. Pass to Doncic. Back to Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Now here's Dort. Outside, Williams. This one for 3. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Doncic outside. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Doncic has got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He could roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Holmgren.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Some changes for Los Angeles. Finney-Smith's checked in for Hachimura, and Connect subbed in for Reeves.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 3. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams grabs the board.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Caruso, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here is Williams. Williams finds Williams. Back to Williams. Clock at 6. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Wiggins, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here is James. Lets it go from 11. Count the basket.
A real threat from the in-between area. LeBron wastes no time firing when he gets to that spot.
Williams against James. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Connects checked in for LeBron. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Connect. He's guarded by Caruso. Low block shot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Wallace up top. He's covered by Reeves. Wallace misses. Now here's Vanderbilt. And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for Oklahoma City. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Connect. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Vincent in at the one. That's the group for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter, someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Outside Finney-Smith. Pass to Vincent. Here's Reeves. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
So both teams changing it up here. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Now here's Reeves. Hachimura outside. For three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Wallace, the pass to Caruso. And they call an illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Connects checked in for Los Angeles. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Richard, it's nice to have the versatility of a guy like Hachimura. Equally comfortable at either forward position.
Well, he's got the size and strength of a modern-day NBA power forward, but he also has the ability to stretch the floor and knock down a three. That's a nice combo.
James is checked in for Los Angeles. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Wallace. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. LeBron with the rebound. Lakers trail by 5. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Hachimura, the pass to Finney-Smith. Outside Reeves. Lets the three fly. The Lakers with another miss. Thunder leading by 5. Here's Wiggins. And the layup is good off the glass. Wiggins got his first 2 points.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Goodwin. No points yet. From deep. James from distance. Easy work.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Doncic is checked in for Los Angeles. Milton comes in for Reeves. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Holmgren, the pass to Hartenstein. We've got 1:13 left to play in the second quarter. Hartenstein a screen to the middle. Williams finds Hartenstein. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
James is checked in for Milton. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Thunder?
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
And the shot goes down.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Pass to Holmgren. .43 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Back to Williams. And it's good. 2 points. Williams has got 11 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And Doncic hammers it home.
Going on the attack, Luka doesn't give them a chance to get between him and the rim.
Hartenstein a screen. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams misses. Doncic outside. Nice move. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him.
At the line for the Lakers.
Doncic hits them both. Fires away from way outside. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the small forward position. Now here's Hachimura. He's got 5. Doncic outside, beyond the arc. Doncic delivers from range.
Encouraging to see Doncic sink the 3. Needs to keep doing this now.
Dort a screen on Doncic. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Off target at the rim. Down low for the tie. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Williams misses. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Here's Hayes, and rejected. And that'll be Los Angeles ball as it goes out of bounds. Lakers able to keep the possession. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Shea hitting the 3.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
Outside Reeves puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter here. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Got a hand on it. Hachimura against Holmgren. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Hartenstein. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Holmgren running free in the open floor.
And in transition, Holmgren has speed, but he also plays under control.
Hachimura outside. Dort against Reeves. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Count it. Good. Reeves has got 5 points. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 12 points for him. SGA using that size.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Hachimura outside. Back to Doncic. Puts one up from 19. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And here's Doncic outside. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
James passes to Hachimura. Doncic with it. Yes! And the foul! It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Also relying on his skill there. That's a nice move against length.
Just 4 seconds left in the 3rd quarter with 1 on the clock. No luck on that one. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter, and we've still got a close one. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by 3. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Connect is out there with Gabe Vincent. And it's Finney Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Laker 5. Here's Wiggins, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. 6 to shoot. Here's Wallace. Soft touch off the glass. Wallace has gotten his first points in this one.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Now here's Hachimura. Good.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Thunder with a lead. About 1 minute played here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Williams. Now Caruso lets it go from deep. Hachimura with a rebound. To take the lead. And it's good on the layup. Hachimura's got 4 points in the quarter. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams is checked in for Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Dagnall was just reviewing the plan with his team. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any 3 they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander takes the contact.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates, a very heady passer for a big man.
James finds Doncic, fires the 3, hits a 3-pointer. Doncic has got 12 points in just the 2nd half.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Pass to Hartenstein. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Isaiah Hartenstein. 2 shots.
And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. James outside. Doncic against Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Doncic missing.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Here's Doncic. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Williams rejected by James.
A versatile, talented defender, LeBron excels at using his athleticism and length to block so many shots.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
Dort, the pass to Hartenstein. It falls!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. Gets the bucket and the foul! It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
This is do or die time.
They must play flawlessly.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. Yes! And that one brings them within 1.
And their offense tonight is Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare. Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Couldn't have asked for anything better there. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Here's Doncic. Shot from the inbound. Cash! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 3-point game. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Out to Hachimura. There's the triple. Can't get the 3 to fall.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game, both teams leaving it all out there.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And here's Doncic. And so it's the Thunder who come out on top here. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got
Might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the center position. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Right side Jackson. That one, no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Here's Gafford. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Morant, following the score by Dallas. Bangs home the trifecta.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Pass to Edey. Now, here's Bane. And here's Jackson. from past the arc. Anthony Davis with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Gafford throws it down.
That's where the threat of being a great scorer from Klay Thompson allows a teammate to get wide open.
Pass to Wells. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter of the game. And he comes up with the deuce.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Now, here's Wells. Following the miss by Anthony Davis. Here's Edie, and he dunks it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for Washington. Christie, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Memphis also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Edie. Santi Aldama comes in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for Ja Morant.
I'll tell you, that's just great body control, even when he's getting bodied up. Nicely done, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dallas shooting their first free throw of the evening. Free throw no good from Dinwiddie. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Outside, Bain. Outside, Pippen. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Brandon Clark is out there with Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Pippen. And it's Aldama in at the 3. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Fades away. That one off the back iron and out. Mavericks leading by 3. Christie the pass to Irving. Good, nice job down low. Irving's got his second basket.
An effective guard in the NBA has got to have the floater at his disposal. Go to work, Kyrie Irving. We see you, sir.
Outside Jackson. There's a screen by Aldama. And there's Jackson on the assist by Pippen. Jackson's got 6.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Lively finds Irving. His three-pointers off the mark. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pass to Aldama. Now Pippen. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Edwards comes in for Christie. And it's Klay Thompson in for Dinwiddie. Wells, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Bain comes in for Luke Kennard. Irving for 3. Gafford, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pippen dishes to Clark. Bain for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Like the pass from Clark there, showing he can be a piece of the puzzle.
Davis is checked in for the Mavericks. Washington comes in for Najee Marshall. Memphis also making some changes. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. On its way from Irving for 2. Goes back up. Shot clock at 6. And that's 2 points on the layup. He has 6.
What's amazing about Kyrie is the number of go-to moves he has on the interior.
Morant with a wide open look. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Dallas leading by 3. Irving kicks to Davis. 1:06 left to play here in the half. Oh, Davis showing his range.
It's always a good sign when the 3 is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
Clark finds Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Releases. Hits the jumper in space.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Davis setting the pick for Thompson. Off target from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Wells. Here's Morant. Clark a screen on Irving. The 3 from Morant. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Irving surveying the floor. It's good. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's Dallas, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, PJ. Hot start offensively. How do you continue that in the second half?
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
They've got Daniel Gafford. Kyrie Irving is out there with Thompson. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Davis in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
I see him. Thompson right side. Thompson hammers it down.
I'll bet even
they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Davis against Jackson. Pass to Edey. Jackson looking around. Here's Wells. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Thompson outside. The three. Thompson with the three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
Here's Irving. 8 points for him. Davis setting the pick for Irving. Another three for Dallas.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Outside, Bain. Pass to Jackson. Over Davis. Jackson misses. And it's Davis with the ball for the Mavericks. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Thompson with it. Three-pointer. Another three for Dallas.
At his absolute best, Klay Thompson rise and fire on the catch. Good night defense.
Outside, Bain. 1:25 left in the third. There's the pick. Here's Morant. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Mavericks leading by 8. Irving passes to Thompson. A floater, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, a chance to tack on one more for Klay Thompson. Hard-nosed play, guys.
A different look for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for Washington, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Memphis also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Wells, and Pippen subbed in for Bain.
And I like how Morant threaded the needle there. Just an excellent pass off that pick.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Nice shot by Thompson.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
And that one, good. Morant's got 8 points in the quarter.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. Stolen by Jackson. Clark, the pass to Morant. Pass to Pippen. From outside the arc. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And a big-time three to cut it to single digits. They've kept it within reach, but they've got to pick up the intensity in this final quarter.
Klay Thompson has been leading the... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, we've got Wells. Santi Aldama is out there with Clark. Then there's Desmond Bain. And it's Pippen in at the point.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Irving against Pippen. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Dinwiddie outside. They set the pick. Over Bain. Dallas again missing.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
No good from Clark.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Marshall passes to Dinwiddie. Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Davis comes in for Najee Marshall. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Klay Thompson in for Dinwiddie. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Edey's checked in for Brandon Clark. Jaren Jackson comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. Irving, good.
The buckets, the game is just flowing for Kyrie Irving. Looks easy for him right now.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. 1:49 left to play here in the fourth. A kick out to Bain. Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Zach Edey picks one up.
There's a fluid power and athleticism that he possesses. Nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
1:32 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Up top, Morant. He's covered by Irving. And finished off by Morant.
Obviously, Morant has found his flow here, finding plenty of ways to create for himself.
Morant against Irving. It's over Morant. Dallas again missing. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 6. Pass to Jackson. From 13. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
Outside Irving. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for one three-pointer, and then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
The Grizzlies call timeout. .27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Edey. And the rejection by Gafford. And so they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Outside Jackson. Knocks down the 3.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Jackson from long range. He can't get it to go. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final. Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony.
matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the... Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow. Well, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Holmgren with a screen on Powell. Williams with it. Harden picks him up. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
BA, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
Pass to Williams. Now here's Hartenstein, defended by Dunn. Doubled by Dunn. From deep, Holmgren. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Powell outside. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Pass to Hartenstein. The three. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. Thought he'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. And last season, Britt, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, BA. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
A nice shot by Zubac.
Now, Zubac really does have good hands and a soft touch near the basket.
Dort outside. Outside, Williams. The 3 from Holmgren. Connects from downtown. Holmgren's got 6.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Zubac. Dunn outside. Zubac with a screen on Dort. Here's Dunn. Off the mark there with a 3.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game. Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Some changes for Los Angeles. Jones comes in for Zubac, and Bogdanovich is subbed in for Dunn. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Wallace is checked in. 1:24 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Bogdanovich. Nails it from 3.
Well, great shooting off the pass. Get the feet set. Good balance. Bogdanovich dangerous.
Dort outside. Back to Williams. That one goes in. Williams has got his second basket.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Bogdanovich with a screen on Williams. Powell, it's good.
Excellent work from Powell in the pick and roll action.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Williams against Harden. And the call will be against James Harden. That'll be a second foul of the game. For the Clippers, Zubac, he's checked in for Leonard. Coffey comes in for Powell. And Simmons is subbed in for Harden. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Caruso, he's checked in for Williams. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Dort.
How about the vertical of Gilgeous-Alexander, a guard who can get up and throw it down.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the night. And he knocks down the first one. He's off on the second.
Well, Bogdanovich does those things that go underappreciated on the stat sheet, but much appreciated by the coaching staff. Such a valuable player. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
One second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
It's Jones at power forward with Zubac at center. Bogdan Bogdanovich is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. Right side, Bogdanovich. Good D by Wallace. Thunder leading by 4. Well, Brent, this is the 8th season for Bogdan Bogdanovich. He's as steady as a metronome, man.
You know, the thing, B.A., I don't think guys appreciate him as much as they should in that off-guard position. He is gritty and competitive. He can shoot the ball. He's willing to take big shots. And I love the pace and competitiveness he plays with.
Here's Bogdanovich. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Bogdanovich focused on scoring on the inside, and when he gets close to the basket, looked like he was hungry to get 2.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Simmons. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. Williams a screen on Bogdanovich. Wallace misses.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that. It will cost you another play.
And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. Dunn comes in for Bogdanovich. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Wallace. Leonard for 3. Leonard, a threat from deep.
Always a threat from range. Give Kawhi those looks. That's at your own risk.
Wiggins outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Leonard outside. Outside Jones. Well, Brent, as you know, finding success in the NBA is largely dependent on the situation.
B.A., you're hitting the nail on the head. You can't get frustrated as a player, especially a young one that comes into the league and doesn't have an opportunity right away to play. You've got to work on your skills, stay confident, and at some point when you get your opportunity, whether it's the team you're with or in a trade, you're going to have a chance to show that you belong in the league.
Coffey, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Harden comes in for Ben Simmons. Pass to Holmgren. Williams with it. From behind the arc. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
And the vision is far past his years. Williams with great decision making.
Leonard inside. Holmgren's there. Leonard, good. Leonard's got 7 now in this quarter.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Holmgren with it. It's Dort on the wing. Outside, Williams. No good on the 3.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Leonard with the ball. Hartenstein covering. Harden surveying the D. And he hits it to tie the game. Harden's got his first bucket in this one.
Just measuring that floater off perfectly. Harden so effective with that shot.
Pass to Holmgren. Dort outside. To the inside. Jones with some nice D.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Leonard outside. With 2 seconds left. The shot that time not on target. It's all tied in Los Angeles. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the bad hardcore shot drums. They're measuring up the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
And no matter how many minutes he gets, Norm Powell is always ready to shoot, Brent.
Oh, man, B.A. Norman Powell has consistently been in that be-ready club off the bench. He can come in and score a bunch of points for his team and spark the offense. But this guy has been aggressive from day one, and it doesn't matter where he is, he knows his role. Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. Make that pass in his sleep.
Dunn outside. It's Powell on the wing. Leonard outside for the lead. Hartenstein pulls it in. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 2-point game. Count that one. So Dort's got his second bucket on the night.
And that's really quick processing by Dort, putting him in prime position and making him the go-to option on the break.
Pass to Leonard. Zubac with a screen on Holmgren. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's what Zubac is here for, making plays in the trenches.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And the Clippers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort for 3. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Leonard outside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Alex Caruso.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Powell passes to Harden. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Pass to Zubac. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, Leonard has the ball in his hands a ton, and those are some big hands. Comfortable handling the rock and making plays.
Hartenstein with a screen on Harden. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Back to Jones. There's the 3. Buries it from 3. Jones has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Hartenstein with a screen on Harden. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. They get it back. And Hartenstein slams it in. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Leonard outside. Pass to Powell. Launches a 3. He's off on that one. And we've just finished the 3rd quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Oklahoma City ahead. They lead by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Los Los Angeles has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Amir Coffey out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovic. Then there's Chris Dunn. And it's Jones in at the center position, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Dunn's shot is good.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
No coverage that time.
This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
And here's Dunn. Pass to Leonard. Launches it. Drops in the three. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Wallace outside. 60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander taking it inside. SGA.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Timeout.
And timeout called by Ty Lue, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac checked in for Jones. Norm Powell comes in for Coffey. And it's James Harden in for Bogdanovic. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hardenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Caruso. And it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. Well, Coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers lead by 4. Dunn outside. Pass to Zubac. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
It's stolen by Leonard. Here's the break. Up ahead. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
Here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
Credit the plays they're calling for. Getting him right now some good shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Harden. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hardenstein. 5 on the clock with the 10-footer. And he buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
Say it with me now. SGA. Get it done.
Leonard finds Harden. There's 49 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
.44 seconds left in the 4th. Leonard for 3. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time to win.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The lead to just 5.
Reliable approach, getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that increases the lead to 6. There's 31 seconds left to play in the fourth.
Timeout.
And Mark Daignault has called a timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Holmgren, the pass to Hartenstein. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And he makes both free throws. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 3rd team.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He doesn't waste a chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
You're looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And he ends up making the second, and that puts him up 5. From deep, Holmgren. It falls! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Williams from long range. Money. And that one brings them within 1. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close one. What a performance. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do. One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the 5. Now Morant, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Bane passes to Morant. Clock at 6. It's blocked. They recover it. Here's Bane. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Buries it from three-point range.
Watch out now when Doncic is dialed in from deep because he's unguardable.
One thing about the Lakers, Clark, over the last couple seasons, they get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, and a lot of that is due to the fact they've got some real creators in their lineup, guys who can attack off the dribble at multiple positions from multiple angles, and that creates pressure for the defense.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
On the wing, James. Pass to Hachimura. Down low. And the dunk by Doncic.
Can't let Doncic get the positioning he seeks, or he'll dunk all over you.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Edey. Now Bane. Now here's Wells. Here's Jackson. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Hachimura. No one near James as he lets it go. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Off the catch, LeBron not lacking confidence or hesitating.
Morant outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. James looking around. Hayes off target with his three. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. The three for Doncic. Hits it from three-point range. Doncic has got 8.
Savvy play call that time by Luka, creating some room for himself out there. Got some space, just what he needed.
Wells kicks to Jackson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. Connect, he's checked in for James. And Vincent subbed in for Luka Doncic. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson passes to Pippen. Back to Jackson. Over Vanderbilt. And there's Jackson on the assist by Pippen. Jackson's got his 3rd basket of the night. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. He'll get you back to the action after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Luke Kennard. Clark is out there with Jackson. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Pippen in at the 1. Here's Reeves. Still yet to score. Launches a 3. It's Clark with the rebound. And Clark has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
Here's Vincent after Memphis gets the 3. Reeves outside. Takes the 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Pippen. Pass to Jackson. Over Vanderbilt. Jackson misses.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Reeves. Vanderbilt, a screen on Clark. To the paint. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Hachimura, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. LeBron comes in for Connect. Goodwin's checked in for Austin Reeves. And Doncic is subbed in for Gabe Vincent. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Wells, he's checked in for Jackson. Bain comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. And that one's good, Morant. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, DA. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Here's Morant after Luka Doncic's bucket. Here's Aldama, still without a basket. Now Morant. Nice D from Doncic. And here's James outside. John Morant grabs the rebound. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Bain. There's a screen by Aldama. And Desmond Bain good for 3. Bain's got the lead up to 3 now for the Grizzlies.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Count it. James has got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 1. 2K Sports. Back in a moment here in Los Angeles.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from line. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Rui Hachimura out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the 1 spot. That's the Laker 5. Here's Reeves. Pass to James. And they double up LeBron. Doncic looking it over. Oh, Doncic with a confident 3 ball.
It always seems like Doncic is playing with something to prove. Well, I'll tell you what, he's proving plenty tonight.
And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all 3 levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Now here's Jackson. Following the miss by Rui Hachimura. Bain with the bucket.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Grizzlies on defense. It's a 1-point game. The jump hook, Doncic, no good.
That's as high percentage as it gets for him. I mean, the defense really has to be mindful of not giving him that kind of space to operate.
Jackson kicks to Morant. To the middle. Here's Bain. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. And now it's a 3-point Grizzly lead. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Pass to Hachimura. Now here's Doncic. LeBron outside. 5 to shoot. Buries the jump shot. James has got 7.
Oh, textbook pick and roll there. James doing a great job breaking down the defense.
Memphis moving it around. Here's Wells into the lane.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Doncic.
Luke, a combination of finesse and bully ball in there that time.
Now, here's Bain. He's got 10. Throws it up high. They double him with James. Pass to Wells. Here's Morant. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Morant's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Grizzlies. .58 seconds left in the third quarter. And here is Doncic. 15 points in the game. And they double up Doncic. From deep, Reeves. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Pass to Jackson. Bain with it. Morant with it. Guarded by Doncic. Jackson down low. He's against Hachimura. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
James outside. For 3. James cooking from deep. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Grizzlies lead by 2. And we'll be back with you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Clark. Pippen is out there with Desmond Bain. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. Now Vincent after the missed 3 from Desmond Bain. Vincent with it. Hachimura the pass to James. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Outside Pippen. Pass to Aldama. Shoots over Hachimura. Aldama can't hit.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
Vincent with it, guarded by Pippen. Ron right side. Now connect. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And now a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
You have to stay attached to connect. He's a terrific off-ball threat.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Austin Reeves comes in for connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. Memphis also making some changes. Edey's checked in for Clark. Jaren Jackson comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
All right, David, thanks. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Morant. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's the lob to the hoop, and Hayes throws it down.
Setting the table for his teammates, James. Enjoys sharing and passing the ball and getting others involved, I think, more than any other aspect of his game.
Morant. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Lakers leading by 4. Pass to James. Top of the key, Hachimura. Second chance shot. James absolutely owning the inside.
Boy, really nice play. LeBron showing real good instincts on the offensive glass there.
1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Good on the three-point shot.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Now here's LeBron. LeBron crushing off the contact.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Memphis. Lets it go from deep. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
No better guy to take the big shot. Luka completely unfazed.
Timeout, timeout.
The Grizzlies call timeout. Here's Morant.
Oh my
Great.
goodness! That was special.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team.
It's the first. That puts them up by 5.
At the line for the Lakers, LeBron James.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
You know, mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Morant dishes to Jackson. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wells. 3-pointer. Unable to get that one. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward.
Superior strength on display. Randall just refusing to let the defense slow him down there.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the night. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. It's a 3-point game. McDaniels against Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Pass to Conley. Outside McDaniels. McDaniels a screen. The open shot, Randall. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Conley passes to Gobert. Out to the wing. Randall against Holmgren. The kick out to Edwards. Sinks it from distance.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Two open that time. Made it look easy.
And you can already tell Holmgren has an edge to his game. Gets the 3 right back. That's the competitive streak you need as a young player.
Now here's Randall. Gobert with a screen on Holmgren. Randall. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark. Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Minnesota's head coach. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility at both ends, and coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And Minnesota making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
You're best to get out of Gobert's way. You don't want to be on the wrong end of that tug.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Now Wallace. Pass to Dort. Inside. Holmgren inside. Randall's there, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now here's DiVincenzo. Now here's Randall, hounded by Wiggins. Wiggins against Randall. They double Randall. Outside, DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's a screen by Wiggins. Here's Wallace. And he drives in. And he banks in the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Wiggins against Randall. Reed to screen on Wiggins. For three, Randall. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
We've got Naz Reid, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Miller. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Edwards in at the 2 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. To the paint. Here's Alexander-Walker. Second chance shot. Buries it down low.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
And there it is for him. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Stan, back in your early coaching days, what was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice. Dort outside. Three-pointer, no good. Minnesota leading by 5. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Hartenstein passes to Wiggins. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's good from Conley. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
Randall, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Anthony Edwards. Holmgren, the pass to Wallace. Here's Williams. The 3 is up. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Conley passes to Gobert. Outside, DiVincenzo, picked by Gobert. Shots blocked. Williams against McDaniels. Williams misses.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall. But he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
The first one falls. Dillingham's checked in for DiVincenzo. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Joe's checked in, and Randall drops them both. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one, too, assuming his countryman, Victor Wembanyama, doesn't start taking the reins.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Randall outside. Picked by Gobert. Takes a three. No good. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Minnesota up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Julius Randle. He is getting it done today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. Pass to Randall. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Williams passes to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. For the lead. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Outside Conley. Picked by Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. And he makes good on his first shot of the game.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And Minnesota making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Outside Edwards. For 3, Randall. Another miss by Minnesota. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for Oklahoma City. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Down low. Randall draws the double. Here's Alexander Walker. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Alexander Walker's got 5 now.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Hartenstein with a screen on Conley. To the inside. Hartenstein, no good.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Conley finds Edwards. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Dort grabs the miss.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's guarded by Conley. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
This right here, whew, this is how you want to play the game. With passion, with energy, just great hustle play right there.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Conley.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Oklahoma City shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. 24 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Outside, DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. They double Randall. And here's Clark for 3. No good there. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Minnesota with the ball. Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Minot in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Wallace outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Sweet looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
They set the screen. Here's Edwards. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Wallace, the pass to Wiggins. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the clock. Taking it inside, SGA.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Minot. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams is checked in for Caruso. And it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Conley. Here's McDaniels. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Edwards against Dort. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 here in this quarter.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and over Conley, and again, it's Oklahoma City.
Stepping up in the big moment. I mean, an incredible job of finding his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Williams passes to Holmgren. Dort with it. Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Williams. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Conley against Hartenstein. Outside McDaniels. They get it again. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Mike Conley, taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 4. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line. Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
7 seconds left in the final quarter, and they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Pass to Randall, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA just powering through contact.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
Edwards looking for an opening. Over Dort. And the basket by Edwards. Edwards has got 20 points.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. And the Thunder lead by 4. Minnesota's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Dort against Edwards. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Lou Dort picks one up.
Well, look, Edwards doesn't back down from anyone. He embraces getting physical on the way up.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Oh, he nails it!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Chris Finch has called timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And here's Edwards. Cash! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Money from deep!
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
Here's Edwards. Yes!
Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
Ooh, Gobert with a steal.
Stepping up with the big-time defensive play. He gambled and succeeded.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. So it's Oklahoma City now. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it falls!
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
And so it's the Thunder who come out on top here. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their
matchup tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Harden kicks to Leonard. Pass to Dunn. Back to Leonard. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Harden against Morant, and it's good for 2.
Can't lay off of Morant. When he's roaming around that mid-range area, you know he's ready to lock in.
After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bane missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
Tough buckets inside are nothing new to Kawhi. Having a hand in his face only sharpens the focus.
Jackson misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Zubac. And that's now 6 points for Kawhi Leonard. Outside, Bane. Pass to Edey. Now here's Wells. There's Jackson with the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. Now, we talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. The coach said he's a guy that can score from all 3 levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. The shot's good.
Such a smart offensive player. Leonard understands when to rise up there off the dribble.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Clippers. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Chris Dunn. Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Santi Aldama comes in for Wells. That one good for 2. Morant's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the paint. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. The 3 from Harden. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
You gotta chase Harden off that 3-point line. He is too good of a shooter to be given any airspace from that line.
Here's Morant. He can't hit that time. Good D by Harden. Clippers leading by 4. Inside, Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Meet your point guard. Harden stirs the drink for you as effectively as he scores.
Outside, Bane. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, pass to Aldama. Leonard brings the double team. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3, sinks the triple.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Leonard looking around. Off target at the rim. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. Bogdanovic is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Coffey in at the 3. Now here's Jones. Here's Bogdanovic. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Clark. Banked in off the glass.
Worked that one inside nicely.
The Clippers in the lead. Outside Simmons. Now Bogdanovic. From downtown, sinks the three-pointer. Bogdanovic has got 5.
And this is why Bogdanovic has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
Pippen, the pass to Kennard. Pass to Jackson. Makes it off the glass. He's got 5. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
And here's Pippen. Following the 3 from Bogdanovic. Timeout called the Grizzlies. For the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Amir Coffey. Chris Dunn comes in for Bogdanovic. And it's James Harden in for Simmons. Then for the Grizzlies, Wells, he's checked in for Santi Aldama. Bane comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. Now, here's Bane. Still scoreless. Jackson, a screen on Dunn. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And the dunk by Jackson.
Doesn't have to get up much. Jackson Jr. at 6'11" just easily finishes that hoop.
Even dating back to his high school days, Desmond Bane was overlooked as a prospect.
Yeah, he wasn't even ranked by any major recruiting services. That just lets you know that the scouts don't always get it right. Then he fell to the 30th pick in the 2020 draft. He's made a lot of teams regret passing on him. I'm just going to say this. I don't think the average fan understands how strong Harden is. He has no problem finishing through contact with those wide shoulders.
Now here's Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard. R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
Amir Coffey's checked in for Zubac. And Memphis also making a switch. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. There's a screen. Shoots from 14. And no good that time. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Morant with it. Out guarded by Dunn. And it's Morant missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Bane kicks to Wells. And the Grizzlies get it back. Now here's Morant for 3. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
Outside Leonard. Leonard battling for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 4. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Wells. And it's Edey in at center.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
Pass to Zubac. Harden with it. Dunn looking over the floor. Now Leonard. That shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Down low for the tie, and Wells finishes inside. Wells has got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Up top, Leonard, guarded by Jackson. Outside, Leonard. Nifty move. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Leonard is such a tough cover. He's so good at baiting the D into foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
Leonard hits them both.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Morant outside. For the lead. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Powell with it. Nothing on the board. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
2 minutes.
Crosses over. He lays it in. Morant's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And this is what John Morant does best. When he finds his rhythm on offense, he is almost impossible to guard.
Here's Leonard. Oh, the strength of Leonard.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Pass to Wells. Back to Morant. Outside Jackson. It's Bane atop the key. Just 4 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Pass to Edey. Wells kicks to Morant. feeling it. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Memphis has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Harden against Morant. Stolen by Harden. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Grizzlies lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We've got Chris Dunn. Jones is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. Bounce pass Pippen. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here's Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by Memphis. Outside, Bane. It's Pippen on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Leonard chewing him up inside.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
The Grizzlies call timeout. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Jones. Norman Powell comes in for Amir Coffey. And it's Harden in for Bogdanovich. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Edey's checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Memphis' head coach had some words for the team during the break. Now, with the game in the balance, he had some encouraging words for his team. He said, this is what we wanted. We thought if we kept it close, we could pull it out. Now let's go out there and do just that. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Leonard against Jackson. Leonard kicks to Harden. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Clippers lead by 1.
This is Harden's mindset. Consistent at attacking and looking to shoot off the catch.
Outside, Bane. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Edey. Here's Wells. Out to the wing. Top of the key. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Leonard against Jackson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for 1 more at the line.
Showing no hesitation, and in a huge moment, Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
First team foul.
And Leonard no good on that one. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Morant. A shot missing. Harden with the defensive effort. Clippers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Leonard the pass to Dunn. Left side, Leonard. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. It's a 1-point game. Memphis moving it around. Pass to Edey. Now Jackson. It's
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. There's 49 seconds left in the game.
Very difficult to just stop Kawhi inside. He's a powerful player who commits to his attacks.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Here's Morant.
Ooh, nice hustle on defense from Harden, showing a willingness to make an impact on this end. Okay.
Powell, the pass to Dunn. Latrey. Trifecta.
Coming up big in the clutch, Harden, you know he loves these moments.
The Grizzlies call timeout. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden against Morant. Beyond the arc. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Massive points from Morant, willing to take the big shot.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
At the line for your player, Chris Dunn. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he is unable to get the second one. Morant against Harden. From the arc. Misses the tray. And now we've got the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on.
Thank you for that, David. And that about wraps it up. And so
regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moody is out there with Butler, and it's Green in at the 5.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
And here's Pajemski. Outside Curry. Here's the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Reeves. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Curry. And it's Doncic missing.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Now, here is James. Outside Reeves. Hachimura from long range. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Butler. And there's another one for the Warriors.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play. and 100% effort.
Now here's Doncic. Can they get it? Out to James. Uncovered. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Outside Pajemski. Outside Curry. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Well, you give Curry a point-blank shot. That's just too easy.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. Curry's shot is off. Lakers trail by 3. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hachimura from the arc. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Yeah, and this is a tough one to figure out because Rui hitting the 3, that makes him really difficult to check.
Outside Butler. The 3 is up. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Butler's got 8 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Doncic, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And there's Luka, one of the most entertaining players in the league.
Outside Pajemski. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. The 3 from Curry. Rebounded by the Lakers. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Curry against Doncic. Over Curry. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Doncic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Lakers on top. They're up by 1. And we'll be back right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. Taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Payton in at the 3. You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Pass to Jackson-Davis. The 3 ball. Oh, Curry, a sick triple.
Well, the moment that ball went through on the other end, you could see Steph wanting the ball back, and of course he did it. That's the answer.
Reeves with a screen on Curry. Here's Vincent. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And he makes a first. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
The 3 from Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Vincent outside. Hachimura in the post. Kuminga's on him, and the shot goes in. Hachimura's got 5.
I like Hachimura on the inside, patience and capitalizing from that tight spot.
Outside Payton. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Curry, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Shot's good by James.
Love seeing LeBron rise up with confidence in the mid-range. That's a good shot.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Curry's shot is off. The Lakers have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. James passes to Reeves. Vincent outside. Three-pointer. The rebound by Payton. Golden State has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Pass to Curry. Tries it from the top of the key. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
This is just not a surprise. Steph Curry is having a massive offensive game.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Some changes for Los Angeles. Hayes is checked in for Finney-Smith, and Doncic has subbed in for Vincent. And the Warriors making a switch here. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Here's Reeves, and off the front iron, and in it goes. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Golden State. Trailing by 2. Oh, Green dropping the hammer.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Outside Reeves. And there's James from the arc. Pajimski grabs the board. The Warriors have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Hield to screen on James. Back to Butler. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, Butler's a great competitor, and he's playing with some fire right now.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's Doncic. He has 6. With 1 on the clock. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. We'll be right back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the center spot. That's the Laker 5. Here's James. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
Outside Moody. Back to Curry. From the stripe. Hachimura with a rebound.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Pass to Doncic. Shoots over Curry. And it's Doncic missing. The Warriors lead by 4. Here's Butler. Butler soars in to cap off the break.
Kind of fun when you have a fast break where guys want to join you. And Jimmy Butler, he's a member of the party.
Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
Such a wide open look. Reeves has got 5 now.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie.
It just doesn't matter. Once Steph crosses half court, he's in range.
Doncic outside. Jacks up a 3. And Los Angeles another 3.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to Curry. Back to Pajemski. This one for 3. Sinks the tray. Pajemski's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, it feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
Outside Reeves. A minute 31 left in the third.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. He just clanked it.
Oh, JB, look out.
And this is the type of scorer that Jimmy Butler can be, especially when he's getting to his spots.
Now Reeves. He's got 5. And finished off by Hayes.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Pajemski. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. What a rookie year for Brandon Pajemski. A seamless transition into the league.
You talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. Now, that's some heady play for a rookie. Pajemski, he's got a great calmness and a great demeanor about him, but always willing to make the next play.
Here's Doncic. Nice finish from Luka.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Curry against Doncic. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 20 points.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From 13, Luka proving he can score from anywhere.
And when he puts it all together, look at the kind of night Luka can have. Wow.
Outside Curry. Nice move. And he sinks the layup. 22 points for him.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And here's Connect outside. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Hield to the sharp shooting backcourt. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Curry. The three. He drops it from range.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Hachimura outside. The three, James. There, LeBron for three.
Instead of playing through LeBron, that time they set him up.
Hield on the wing. And he lays it up and in. Hield's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jackson Davis. Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And Podziemski subbed in for Hield. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Outside Butler. Here's Moody. And here's Curry for three. Another three for Golden State.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that three off. Beautiful shot.
Doncic up top. He's covered by Curry. Oh, Green with a block. Hachimura against Butler. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Hachimura's got 4 rebounds now. James outside. Hayes, the pass to Doncic. 20 feet out. The rebound by Moody. The Warriors lead by 10. Outside Podziemski. Pass to Curry. Butler against Doncic. 5 to shoot. Misses the three. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Oh, LeBron! Just too much to handle inside.
And you are at the mercy of LeBron James. Once he gets that kind of positioning, nice finish.
Outside Curry. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. There's a screen. Let's go with a three. The Lakers with a rebound.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him has got to shoot that one.
And finished off by Hayes.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Yes, it's good. Curry's got 30.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort for the squad.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
.32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They double team Curry. Butler up top. Pass to Moody. Outside Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a three. And Moody is good for 3. And the Warriors lead by 9.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And so the Warriors take the win. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was... All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...